Two things I like about Kentucky. Number one, it's close to my house. Number two, it's got mega giants.
McWhorter Custom Rifles presents
Welcome back, folks. This week, we're going to try something a little different. We're going to the bluegrass state of Kentucky for early muzzleloader season. 45 XML, got a mega giant pattern. You don't want to miss this.
Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by McWhorter Custom Rifles, Macmillan Fiberglass Stocks, Swarovski Optic, Hornady Ammunition, and Borden Accuracy.
Well, Western Kentucky, 2 days from now. We're going to be leaving tomorrow. I've shot this gun quite a bit, but going to shoot it again. We might have some long shooting up there. So 45 XML, this one's shooting the big boy load, a Pittman bullet at about 3,110 feet a second. Got the Swarovski on top of it, got the Hawkins mounts to hold this beast good and stable. Trigger Tech trigger, our Zenith stock, and got a Brooks barrel on it. So we're ready to roll. I'm going to load her up one more time, so we have no excuses, no regrets. About a 4-mile-an-hour right wind, looks like. All right, here we go. 400 yards. 400. Ready? Dead. Man, I say it every time, but wherever we're going, we got this 45 XML, them bucks are in trouble. And in this case, they're Western Kentucky bucks, and if he shows up, he's getting it. Two things I like about Kentucky. Number one, it's close to my house. Number two, it's got mega giants. All right, it's Friday, October the 15th. We've been driving about 9 hours from Georgia, and we're almost to our destination in Kentucky for the early muzzleloader season, which is Saturday and Sunday. They have a late muzzleloader season in mid-December, but we're hoping we can get this done in 2 days here. We're hunting with a good friend and a rifle customer up here who's been nice enough to invite us back. Producer Seth Johnson and I hunted up here 2 years ago and killed a nice 176-inch 10-pointer, and our friend has got some really good deer on camera this year. So he's the one we're really after. He's nicknamed Corona. So we're up here to try to get rid of once and for all Corona, and we've got the 45 XML that's ready to go. Temperatures are going to be good. Just looking forward to it. I'm ready, Seth's ready, and I just hope Corona cooperates with us. So, besides an abbreviated season, this year there's going to be a further complication. There was a couple of cases of CWD found on the northern border of Tennessee, right across the line from where we're hunting in Kentucky, so Game and Fish has decided no baiting this year. So my buddy's sending me pictures of this deer all summer. It's a deer that he has nicknamed Corona because the year before on one of his G2s, he just had a crown that looked like the Corona crown. So that's his name, Corona. So we're gonna try to find Corona. So last year, Corona was 4.5 years old and had a lot of pictures of him, a lot of footage. This year, he just blossomed into an absolute stud. I mean, just a huge mainframe 6x5, a couple of stickers, actually had a drop tine, and he was just, we didn't know what he was going to score. We just knew he was big, and if we got a shot, the 45 XML was going to do his job. Well, it's October the 16th, it's opening morning here in Kentucky. Got our 45 XML on our Leo photo, our Gorilla tripod, and all we're lacking is one of these big bucks. It's a cold front came in. It's about 3 days before the full moon. It's 40, high 40s this morning. It's been 80s the last several days, so this ought to have them up and on their feet. It rained till about the middle of the night, so I expect that they got up and fed pretty heavy right after that. So might not see much this morning, but I hope I'm wrong. But this afternoon it should be great. Only supposed to be highs of about 65, so, but got a big clover field that's probably 25, 30 acres here, and this is where Denise had killed a big 8-pointer a couple years ago, so we feel pretty confident, if not this morning, maybe this afternoon, so we're ready to go.
This segment is brought to you by Borden Accuracy, makers of the most accurate custom hunting actions on the market. Manufactured in the USA to true bench rest tolerances. Borden Accuracy equals success.
After first light, very uneventful. We're sitting on a clover field and an alfalfa field in the back, just hoping this buck's gonna show. We see a couple of does, a couple of squirrels, a couple of little scrub bucks, and that's it. First morning was very uneventful. So after a very uneventful morning, we get back to the blind very early that afternoon because it is an abbreviated season, and normally this time of the year you wouldn't sit all day. We took a very brief lunch, we got right back in the blind.
Alright, it's afternoon of day 1 here in Kentucky muzzleloader season. And we're right back in the blind that we set this morning. We didn't see much this morning. It rained middle of the night. And I'm sure they fed as soon as it quit. And by daylight, they were pretty much all in the bed. But it bodes well to get them moved early this afternoon. So the moon's still good. Temperature's about 60 right now. It's going to drop to 40 by in the morning. So we got a high pressure system moving in. So everything's looking good. Corona, all he needs to do is come out here and eat this luscious clover field and let the 45 XML do his job. So we're hoping we get it done. That we only got today and tomorrow. That's it, 2-day season, and we'd have to come back in December if we don't get it done. So hoping Corona will come back out today and get the vaccine. Always be sure you're going to be able to quickly and silently acquire your target. Corona's on the ridge. We got him. We're level. We're tightened up. And Corona's fixing to get the vaccine. So we're ready to go. I don't like leaving the gun sitting up here, although you can. Just this blind's been put here a couple days ago. Rather not have something sticking under it, so we're going to leave it in the front. But we know that right now all we have to do is mount it to the Leo photo and we're ready to shoot.
Activity, just like the morning, started off very, very, very slow. We finally see a few turkeys get in the field, and as the shadows get longer and longer and longer, we just start wondering, is this deer going to show up? Gets down to about the last hour of the day, and Seth and I both catch movement, and we get in our Swarovski binoculars, and we see that it's him. It's Corona, the new and improved version of Corona. So this deer, after he surveils the field, he makes his way out in this small alfalfa plot. I'm getting the 45 XML up on the Leofoto tripod and getting ready, get him ranged with the Kilo 2400, get my dial up, ask Seth if he's ready, and it's time to take Corona.
Got him. I got him.
Precision Hunting TV is also brought to you by Extreme Wildlife Adventures, Hoff Power Auto and Outdoor Stores, Surge Pro by Biofat Crop Care, Ultimate Antler Deer Feed, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, and Mesquite Creek Taxidermy.
Hello folks and welcome back. Today we're going to talk about how to make the most accurate hunting rifles in the world. So the heart of the rifle is a custom action, and we use several. My favorite is the Borden. Tell us about the action, Bobby.
So the Bordens are great. They're machined properly right off the start. They're very consistent from action to action. They all headspace the same. They have some cool features that you don't see in the big box actions. External extractors, side bolt release.
Helically fluted bolts.
Yep, they're
Facet
nice
cut,
and
they
straight.
look cool. Yep.
Yeah, so really good actions. And we're proud to have these available to us because it's really the heart of a custom rifle.
Absolutely. So then you take a match grade barrel, such as this Brux. We carry several different match grade barrels. Brux is our favorite. Comes in several different kinds of fluted, and this is a straight fluted. So you hand this to Bobby or Dustin over there. They cut a perfect chamber in it, and then you're ready to Cerakote it and then bed it in one of our stocks. We carry a whole lot of McMillan stocks, a whole lot of other manufacturer stocks, but we make 4 that are proprietary to us. The first one is the Apex LR. All of our stocks use some negative comb on the rear end and a slider toe angle to reduce muzzle flip. This stock right here is looks like your standard sporter stock, but it's got those long range features on it. We make a Pinnacle stock. This is a vertical grip stock, beaver tail. We make a Zenith stock, which is similar to the Pinnacle, but no beaver tails, but it's still got 1.5 inches, 1 3/4 on the front. And last but not least, the Peak stock. This one, a lot of people like a cheek piece. This one's got a cheek piece, still got the slight toe angle, real thin at the wrist. This one's got an inset thumb butt to keep your hand right behind the gun. They got a little discreet forend, beaver tail forend.
And a carbon fiber shell.
Yeah, they're carbon fiber shell, so when you paint them up and you can have that carbon fiber shell, and it really looks cool. So we stress-free bed these in all these stocks. Our guys are great. I
They're
mean,
super lightweight stocks.
if you don't get a stress-free bed, you're gonna see it on the target.
That's right.
Period. So the custom paint, everything you see on our website, we can do that and then some. We've got a painter that's like Leonardo da Vinci's offspring somewhere down the line, I think.
That's right.
He can do anything that you see on the website.
Here's a good example of that.
Next parts of the puzzle, we put a muzzle brake on most of them. Hawkins makes us great muzzle brakes. That 3-port is great for prone shooting or anytime you're gonna be close to the ground. Our mounts, Hawkins makes some great mounts. These are the best.
That's right.
I mean, 25 MOA, 0 MOA, they're lightweight, they're sturdy, they're pinned to all of our actions. They're the greatest thing there is. Trigger Tech triggers, tell us about those.
So the Trigger Tech triggers are a game changer. Adjustable down to 4 ounces, though we don't recommend that in hunting situation.
Usually pound and a half is what we recommend to guys.
That's right. So 0 creep, break like the proverbial glass rod.
They're sealed, so no dust. You don't have to worry about that on a dusty desert hunt.
Frictionless roller bearing design. Just super good feeling triggers.
Last but not least, you're going to shoot a lot better groups if you put a scope on it. So Swarovski's our scope of choice. We sell others too, but that's just the cream of the crop. The edge-to-edge clarity, the light gathering, the repeatability on dial-ups and dial-downs, it's great. This is a X5i with a 4WXI reticle. It's a 5 to 25 by 56. It's got daytime and nighttime illumination settings. It's just amazing. So
I can appreciate the target style turrets for windage and elevation, the really solid positive clicks, the smoothness of the parallax knob. It's a really great scope.
Absolutely. And last but not least, when we get all these guns put together, they come to the back. We do low development for each and every one. We shoot them all the way out to 1,000 yards, guaranteed half minute. So you want the best, most accurate hunting rifles in the world, give us a call. And that's your downrange tip, brought to you by Allan and Bobby, McWhorter Custom Rifles.
Precision Hunting TV is also brought to you by McWhorter True Precision Long Range Hunting and Shooting School, Tacticam, Leo Photo USA, Sig Sauer, Trigger Tech, Brux Barrels, and Hawkins Precision. This segment is brought to you by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, real Texas barbecue.
Seth and I both catch movement, and we get in our Swarovski binoculars, and we see that it's him. It's Corona, the new and improved version of Corona. So this deer, after he surveils the field, he makes his way out in this small alfalfa plot. I'm getting the 45 XML up on the Leofoto tripod and getting ready, get him ranged with the Kilo 2400, get my dial up, ask Seth if he's ready, and it's time to take Corona.
Got it. I got it.
He's down.
Dude, congrats, man.
Daggone, boy, what a bruiser of a buck. What a bruiser of a buck. 252 yards is what he was, and I held about a minute left because we got about a 6 or so mile an hour full value wind. And it looks like we hit him in the right spot because he didn't take a step. However long his legs are, that's how far he went. So, dang, I see his tine sticking up over the clover. He didn't like that a bit. Oh boy. This is why we make these guns, because when you get the opportunity of a lifetime, it comes through. I mean, that's I always wanted, when I first got in this business, I wanted to have something in my hands that if I missed, it was me, and that's what we do. If I'd have missed that shot, it'd have been me. But we ranged him right, we dialed him up right, we held the wind right, got her level on there because this is real uneven terrain. Seth and I were talking about that earlier, so everything helped. The Arca rail did perfect, almost no wobble on that, and the Leofoto just stabilized everything. Swarovski did its job, Borden did its job, Brux did its job, McMillan did its job, Trigger Tech did its job, Hawkins did its job. I did my job. Woo! Let's go put our hands on that big old bruiser. What a monster. What a magnificent Kentucky buck. Corona was 256 yards and our 45 XML was the perfect vaccine. One shot, 325 grain Pittman bullet going 3,100 feet a second. He dropped in his tracks. I couldn't have been happier. I was just ecstatic. I mean, and I could see these big horns and he was barely moving. I knew he was down for the count. What a magnificent animal. A big basic 6x5 long sweeping beams, huge mass, giant brow tines, multiple brow tines. He did have a drop right here, but he busted that off. But just, I mean, just dark rack, just everything you want in an animal. I mean, this is just absolutely amazing. Now, we killed a really good buck up here, Seth and I did. We were talking about in the blind, we've killed several big bucks together. And we always get good footage when Seth's in the blind. And this one takes the cake. This is a giant deer. I don't know what he scores, I don't even care. He's just, he's huge. He's got everything that a guy dreams about in a big buck. And our 45 XML that we built absolutely did its job. Boarding action, Brooks barrel, our Zenith made for us by McMillan, topped with a Swarovski. This is a Z8i. Hit him just right in the heart. He went down on the spot, 256 yards. Another 45 XML victim. I'm almost speechless. Killed a lot of big bucks in my life. This one is about as pretty buck as I've ever seen. Just a magnificent deer. Got everything that a guy would want, and got to kill him with a good friend. It was just a lot of fun, a lot of fun. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for letting me hunt these magnificent animals. Thank you, Lord Jesus.